of the application. Tomorrow we'll implement all things together. Right. What's the document? I think this is the document I am looking for. Yes. Open with Paint. Yes, guys. Yeah. First of all, tell me, what is our layered application input? The end user is going to give how many designation? 3 designation. And what is the output? I should get all the employee details. Come on. Who belongs to these 3 designations. Suppose I have given clerk, manager, salesman. So I want to get list of employees who either having clerk designation or a manager designation or what? Salesman designation. Yes? Am I audible, guys? Online students, am I audible? It's clear. That's good. Yeah. Once again, see the layers here. Real-time DI test is giving how many designations here? 3. To whom? Controller. Controller is passing to whom? Service. Okay, service is passing to whom? DAO. DAO is passing those 3 designations to database as SQL query inputs or not. Which SQL query? Select SQL query inputs, right, boss? Okay, once the query is executed, based on the inputs that we have given, you will get bunch of records back to DAO class in the form of result set object. What object, guys? Definitely in the form of what object? Result set object. Yes, that. But will you prefer sending result set object to service class? No. What do you do there? We try to copy the records of result set object to objects of Java Bean class, and at the end we bind them to whom? List collection. So that means you are going to convert records of Java, records of result set to a list of Java Bean class objects. Are you getting my point? List of Java Bean class objects, guys. That's clear, guys. Come on, next one. Yeah, they have gone to service. From service, they have gone to controller. List of employee objects are converted from result set to list of employee objects we got. And that list of employee has come to what? Service. Service to controller. Controller to client application. But service is going to do some business calculation. That is, it is going to calculate gross salary and net salary. From DB table, we got only salary, boss. But based on the salary it received, it is going to calculate what? Gross salary and net salary. What it is going to calculate, guys? Gross salary and net salary. Is it not interesting, Rababu? Come on, everyone. Okay, that's great. Okay. Yesterday, other day, what I discussed, when you create project by adding Spring Boot, Spring Boot Starter JDBC, right? Um, it automatically gives Hikari data source object pointing to JDBC connection pool. But to tell to, hey connection pool, you create connection objects. Hey connection pool, you create connection objects pointing to Oracle database software. We need to write entries in application.properties file. So these are the keys we have written there or not there, guys. These are the keys that we have written there. Okay, boss. So if you see, whenever something is happening through auto configuration activity, and you want to control that activity or you want to give inputs to that activity, that can be done through application.properties file or not, guys. That definitely can be done by using what? Application.properties file. Is it not interesting, guys? Come on. In application.property file, if you give Oracle JDBC driver detail, Hikari data source object will point to JDBC connection pool for Oracle. If I give MySQL JDBC properties, Hikari data source object will point to what? MySQL JDBC connection pool. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Super. iEmployee DAO.java. Public interface iEmployee DAO, right? Sir, why are you taking interface? It's a dependent. So I want to write 2-3 flavors of logic. So initially, I want to write JDBC logic because we know JDBC. After a few days, we may learn Hibernate. I want to write one more persistence logic in Hibernate. So we take one interface, there we declare the methods. So those methods we try to implement in different implementation classes. Come on. We try to implement in what? Different implementation classes. Yes or no, na boss? Okay, guys. Now tell me. It's an interface. Public list employee, get employees by designation. Total how many designations we have taken? Throws exception. Sir, why are you doing this? DAO is the last layer after database, is the last but one layer in the layered application. Suppose if I, and in the DAO class methods, I'm going to write JDBC code, right? So JDBC throws what? Checked exception. So in that process, we'll be catching and handling exception. So that means whenever problem rises in JDBC code, we are catching and handling. Indirectly, we are trying to suppress the problem in the catch block. Come on, my dear. I ask one question. Inputs are given to whom? Client application. Outputs are expected where? Client application, right? Suppose something gone wrong in somewhere, execution. We expect that output from client or from DAO. Na? You expect that error message or output, error output, again in the client only, na? See, forget about this application. You take a website. We are operating website through browser. Success or failure we want to see through browser. Because after all, we are operating the browser, right, guys? Okay. Right now in this application, come back to this application, where we are giving inputs, client up, where we are expecting output. Success or failure, we expect output where? In DAO class method, when exception is raised, and if you are catching and handling exception using try catch block, indirectly are suppressing or eating the exception in the catch block. How does end user knows who is expecting errors from what? Client. So that's why either don't catch and handle the exception, just declare the exception to be thrown. So what happened? Whenever exception raised in DAO, it will pass to its caller service class. There also, if you don't catch and handle, it will pass to its caller controller. There also, if you don't catch and handle, it will pass to its caller, nothing but client application. After client, no one is there, no option. You have to catch and handle it. Yes, na boss. This is called exception propagation. What is that? In layered application, where end user is giving input, expecting output, there only you have to catch and handle the exception. Remaining all places, you should think about passing the exception from one layer to another layer. So far you have written code in main method. Main is the ultimate one that executed by JVM. That's why every time you prefer catching and handling. But here, in all these classes, main method will be there only in client application. Remaining all places are no main method. And one class method will be called by what? Another method. So where you are giving input, there only you expect output. Not only output, you also expect problems. Come on. So that's why don't suppress and eat the problem in other layers. Whenever you feel that possibility is there, pass the problem to before layers. Simply literally pass the problems to what? Before layer, previous layers. Are you getting my point? Pass the problems to what? Before layer or previous layer. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Sir, I want to catch and handle exception so that I can take some advantages in DAO class methods. For example, if I catch and handle, I can keep finally block. There I can close the JDBC objects. And closing JDBC objects is a good practice. Suppose if I use a try with resource, right? I need not to close at the end of the thread, they will be closed automatically. So to take these advantages, try catch is compulsory, na? But just now you said that don't catch and handle, pass it, pass it, pass it. If I pass it, how I will close the JDBC objects? Because no try catch block means no finally block. No try catch block means no try with resource. So I'm losing the biggest opportunity of closing the objects. And closing JDBC connection object or in fact any object at the end of every utilization is equally important or not, guy. But you are saying that don't write try catches in the DAO classes or service class, controller class. Just pass, pass, pass by using throws, right? Now I'm working out via media solution. You propagate, you also catch and handle. Sir, how both possible, sir? So there we have a concept called exception rethrowing. What is that? You catch and handle exception in DAO, but in the catch block, throw that exception. You are catching, handling, taking all advantages of what? Catching and handling. But you are not suppressing exception. By using throw statement, okay, you are rethrowing exception to service class. Service class also you catch and handle. Again in the catch block, throw exception. You are rethrowing to whom? Controller. There also catch and handle, rethrow to what? Client. So in the client application, just catch and handle, don't rethrow to anyone because that's the last layer of the application. Come on. So what I'm going to do now? First conclusion is don't catch and handle exception except in client application. Remaining all places, propagate the exception. Just declare the exception to be thrown. But if you feel with exception handling only some advantages are going to come, then catch and handle I don't bother. Rethrow the exception from catch block to whom? Previous layer. There also if needed catch and handle, rethrow the exception to what? It's the previous layer. There also catch and handle, rethrow the exception to what? It's the previous. So like this, both problems are solid or not, guys. So for that one, first I am declaring the exception to be thrown, but in the implementation class, what I do? I catch and handle and I try to rethrow the exception. I try to rethrow the exception. Is it not interesting, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay. So, core Java faculty says, don't declare the exception, catch and handle, catch and handle. In layered application, advanced Java framework, I also say the same thing, but in which layer you are doing that matters. Client application layer, no option, catch and handle. Remaining layers, either try to declare the exception to be thrown, supporting exception propagation, or, okay, at least you think about what? Come on. Or, declare the exception to be thrown, or if you catch and handle in any layer, then also rethrow the exception to another layer. Then also rethrow the exception another layer. Are you getting my point there, guys? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on, everyone. Super, guys. Okay. I think everyone comfortable in DAO interface. Sir, why are you using I word before the class name? Interface name. To tell it is not a class, it's an interface. It's our old practice, guys. It's a good practice. If you like, use it. If you don't like, ignore it. I don't mind. Okay. Yeah, this is a DAO implementation class. Yeah, now listen, before going to further, two things. DAO class. Most of the time, one per table, guys. If tables count is less than 100 in your project. Some projects will have 500 tables, 400 tables also. Then if table count is more than 100, one DAO class for 4 or 5 DB tables together we take. If tables count is less than 100, one DAO for 1 DB table. Clear? Number one. Number two, except persistence logic, no other logic you should write. Even C is equal to A plus B is also wrong because that is a calculation should be placed in service class. Purely persistence laws. Yes or no? Na? That's a point number two. Point number three. In DAO, two sections will be there. Query section, methods section, code section. All SQL queries of the DAO class should be placed at the top of the class. Should be placed what? At the top of the class. That too as a string constants. What constants? Nothing but variables that are taken as static final, private static final variables. It's a variables that are taken as what? Private static final. Are you getting my point there, guys? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Private static final string, get employees query. Select employee number, employee name, job, salary, department number from EMP, where job in. How many question marks, guy? 3 question marks. Order by job. What guy, guys? Order. See, I have written query in uppercase letters. That too at the top. Yes, na boss? Variable is string, that is as expected, right? It's a final. It's a static. It's a private variable, guys. Come on, everyone. It's a private variable. Are you getting my point there, guys? Okay. Focus, guys. Sir, why are you taking private? This query should be used within this class, not outside the class. That's why private. Sir, why are you taking static and final? Static. People should be in a position to access this query variable without object in the entire application. That's why static. Why final, sir? In rest of the code, people should not modify the variable data because I want to keep queries only at the top of the class. No one should modify the query, right? Sir, why are you keeping this query at the top? Very simple. Tomorrow table name change, column name change. If query is there in the inside, in the middle of the methods, okay, how to search where is query, where is query. If all queries are there at the top of the class, not only one method query, 10 methods query, 10 queries, right? Or 20 queries, whatever it is. If all queries are placed at the top of the class, it's become easy to reach there and to modify the query or not, guys. It becomes easy to reach there and to modify the queries or not, guys. That too, I am writing queries in uppercase. So, sir, why are you taking variable name in uppercase? Static final variable names are called constant variable. Constants are generally in uppercase. You look at the math class, E variable is the uppercase name. Pi variable is also in uppercase because they are given as what? Constant. You look at the integer class, wrapper class, max value, min value also will be there in what? Uppercase letter. It's a good practice to take constant variables, nothing but public static final variables in uppercase. So what about the code part? Code part is very simple. You want 10 persistence operation or 10 methods. 20 persistence operation or 20 method. There you write the persistence laws. There you write the persistence laws. Are you getting my point there, guys? Okay. All these method either declare the exception to be thrown, or if they're seriously sincere about catching and handling exception, if they are serious about catching and handling exception, come on guys, they need to rethrow the exception. Are you getting my point there, guys? They definitely what needs to rethrow the exception. Are you getting my point there or not? I want reply, guys. Private static final string. Come on. Get employees query. Employee number, name, job, sal, department number from EMP. Where job in 3 question marks. Order by job. What by job, guys? Okay. At the rate auto void, private data source DS. Here we are trying to inject it or not, guys? Here we are trying to inject the data source object or not, guys? Super, guys. After that, what is next? Why you have taken interface type? Why not Hikari data source complete class name? Today, Hikari data source is popular. We are going to get Hikari data source through auto configuration. Tomorrow, something else is popular. They would be giving some other data source in through auto configuration. For all these data sources, what is the most common thing, guys? Data source interface. According to strategy design pattern, has a property should be what type, guys? Interface type, implementation class type. Definitely interface type, right? Okay, that's great, guys. Yeah, have a look, guys. Public list employee, get employees by designations. Pre-designation throws exception. That means I don't have any intention of holding the priced problem here. I want to pass the problem to previous layer, right? Okay. Here, list employee, list is equal to null. As of now, empty one is taken. Null is taken means just empty one. Okay, you know one thing. Whatever stream objects that are opened with try with resource, they will be closed automatically at the end of the try or not, guys? They will be closed automatically at the end of the try or not, guys? వెళ్ళిందెవరు? వెళ్ళిందెవరు? రాలేదే, తీసుకున్నట్టున్నారు. పవన్ వచ్చాడు, ఇంకా ఎంట్రీ తీసుకోలేదు మనవాడు. కాదు, నాకు కూడా వస్తుంది కాల్. తీసుకోమని నేను ఇస్తాను ఇక్కడ సెక్యూరిటీకి. హలో బాబు, సెక్యూరిటీకి ఒకసారి. भैया B1108 को एंट्री दे दो. टावर B1108. इसको ఇంకా ఎంట్రీ మనవాడు. వచ్చి right, that's great, guys. Come on everyone. Connection con is equal to ds dot get connection. Prepared statement ps is equal to con dot prepare statement, right? Observe very carefully. Both these are there in try with resource, try block. So these two objects will be closed automatically at the end of the try, guys. That's the advantage of try with a resource. Generally, we write try, then inside that we write the code. But try open bracket, closing bracket, there whatever objects you created, they will be closed automatically at the end of the try if they are auto closable objects. What objects? How to know whether they are auto closable or not? They implement auto closable interface. Luckily, all recent JDBC objects are auto closable objects. From Java 8 onwards, all JDBC objects are what? Auto closable objects. Are you getting my point there? IO streams also auto closable. That's why I don't have any problem to open them inside the try with resource block now, boss. Super, guys. Whenever I created prepare statement object, I already passed the query. What's the specialty of prepared statement object? It takes the query and makes the query as a pre-compiled query. What query, guys? See, if I execute the query 20 times it won't be compiled, guys. Only one time it will be compiled. Remaining all the time, it will just execute the query. That's the specialty of the prepared statement object or not, guys. That's why it is called pre-compiled query. Whether you execute or not, the moment prepared statement object is created, it compiles the query. Later you execute one time, 100 times, that is your wish, right? It's like advanced ticket booking na, boss. Book the ticket or you take monthly pass for any traveling, right? You recharge once and you can use throughout the month or not, guys. If you go for normal statement object, simple statement object, how many times you execute the query, those many times it will compile. Very bad, right? Every time query compilation is not required when all the time query is the same query, right, guys? So I'm going to execute this query for multiple times. That's why I preferred working with what? Prepared statement object. But look at that query. Total, how many parameters are there to pass? 3. Okay, designation 1, designation 2, designation 3. Okay, so to that query, using prepared statement, I am setting the parameter values or not. Designation 1, designation 2, designation 3. Okay, we set the inputs also now, boss. Okay, now query is ready to execute. It's a select query. When I execute select query, what is the object I will get? Result set object. What is the object I get, guys? Result set object. That's great. Try result set rs is equal to ps dot execute query. Try block. Result set rs is equal to ps dot execute query. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Try result set rs ps dot execute query. Sir, why are you taking one more try with resource, sir? Result set object also the JDBC object. Even this is also auto closable object, right, guys? Even this is also what? Auto closable object. What do you say, my dear? Come on, everyone. Yeah. So one more nested try with resource I have taken, right? So, sir, you can take here itself, na? You cannot take. Why? Because in the middle, these statements are there to write, right, boss? Can you write this statement inside the try with resource? No. Only objects which are auto closable can be placed in the brackets of what? Try with resource. Can be there in what? Brackets of try with resource. Clear, my dear? Super, guys. Super means super, right? Try, boss. This is a try. Nested try with resource, outer try with resource, guys. Super. Tell me next one. What is there? While rs dot next. What dot next, guys? While rs dot next. Are you getting my point? Super, guys. Tell me. Employee EMP is equal to new employee. Okay, now what I'm doing, these records of result set, First, I am copying to objects of Java Bean class. Lastly, I am planning to add to list collection or not, guys? Lastly, I am planning to add to list collection or not, guys? Okay, first, try to understand the logic diagrammatically. Total, how many records are there? 3. How many objects of Java Bean are created? Each object carrying one record data. At the end, all objects are added to list collection. Yes or no? Na? So now I should reflect that meaning in the coding, boss. So yeah, first of all, tell me, using try with resource, results set object is created. So at the end of this nested try, results set object will be closed automatically. Super. While rs dot next. RS means result set. By default, cursor of the result set will be there in which position? BFR. Before first record. ALR. After last record. For every page, beginning of the page, end of the page, 2 position will be there. For every room, beginning of the room, end of the room, 2 positions will be there. Whenever result set object is created, by default, that result set object will be having 2 default position. Irrespective of that, whether empty or not, record is there or not, 2 positions will be compulsory there. One is BFR, one is ALR. BFR means before first record, ALR means what? After last record. BFR means before first record, ALR means what? After last record. Are you getting my point there or not there? Comfortable or not? I want reply, guys. Super, guys. Okay. Whatever it is, guys, whatever it is, BFR, before first record. While RS dot next. Next method moves the cursor from current position to next position. BFR next position is first record, na boss? Control comes to first record, right? What we are doing. Employee EMP is equal to new employee. Empty employee class object is created. Employee is a normal class of Java Bean. Java Bean means setter getter methods will be there. If you want to set the data to properties, if you want to modify the data of the properties, you will use setter method or getter method. Setter method for setting or modifying the data. Getter methods are for reading that. So, but at the same time, each property should get each column value of the result set record or not. In result set, we call getter method to read record value. In Java Bean, we call setter method to set the data, right? Check it out, guys. EMP dot set EID, RS dot get int of 1. We are in the first record. Get int of 1 means 101. This 101 is passed to what? Employee object. Employee object EID property. What property, guys? Here 101 has come, right? Set E name RS dot get string of 2. Raja is set here. Set designation get string of 3. Clerk is set here. Set department RS dot get int of 5. 9000 is set here. Got it, guys? Get float of 4. What is that? Department, the salary. All these are set now here, na boss. Super, guys. Next one. List dot add EMP. List dot add EM. That is added to list collection or not, guys? That is simply literally added to list collection or not, guys? Come on, my dear. I want reply from you people. Okay. While rs dot next come to second record. Same thing is done. One more object is created. Second record is copied. Second record related object is added to list collection. Again, while rs dot next comes to third record data I copied to one more object of Java Bean, and that object is added to list collection. while RS dot next, that will be moved to ALR or not, guys? But ALR is a next method returns true or false when it moves. So false means it will come out of the loop. By that time it is coming out of the loop. 3 records are copied to whom, guys? 3 objects of Java bean, and they are added to list collection. At the end of the loop, we are ready with the list of employee objects. Okay, boss. This is end of try 2. This is end of try 1. And the good part is for outer try and inner try, we can write common catch block. There is no need of handling separately. But listen, I'm catching and handling now, boss. I'm catching and handling here. I'm printing the exception detail, print stack trace, but I'm not relaxing. I'm saying throw, yes, see. This is called exception rethrowing, na? Not only we are catching and handling, boss, we are rethrowing to its a caller. So whenever service class method call this DAO class method, whatever raised exception is there, that will propagate to service class method or not. Is it not interesting, Rababu? Come on. This is for known exception. It may rise unknown exceptions also. That also I am rethrowing or not, guys? Super, boss. That also I am rethrowing. At the end, what I am doing? We are having list collection. We are returning the list or not, boss? Very, very interesting. My theory and practical is matching here or not, boss? My theory and practical is matching or not matching? Definitely matching. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Super, guys. Now listen. In laid application, we need to catch and rethrow exception in the following layers to pass or propagate the exception to caller or previous layer. DAO layer, catch and propagate. Service, catch and propagate. Controller, catch and propagate. And we need to catch and handle exception in the client application to present exception to end user in the form of non-technical guiding message, because all inputs and outputs or errors should be taken given from and to end user only from client application. Only from client application. Clear, my dear? Got the point, my dear? I want reply, guys. It is recommended to use separate JDBC connection for every persistence operation we do in database software, because the rollback persistence operation should not affect other persistence operation. I think other day only we have written this statement now, boss. Should not affect other persistence operation that are happening simultaneously. What, guys? That are happening simultaneously. That are happening simultaneously. Should not disturb other persistence operations that are happening simultaneously. Clear, my dear? Okay. I think you are clear on DAO logic development, guys. Okay. And you understood why I'm writing throw, try catch. Try catch is purely for exception handling. But whenever exception is caught, we are rethrowing the exception. We are seriously what? Rethrowing the exception. We are not holding it. We are trying to rethrow the exception, guys. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Yeah. Client application presentation logic, controller monitoring logic, service class business logic, DAO persistence logic. Like this, we are separating, guys. No problem. Yeah, now we are coming to service interface and service implementation class. Sir, why multiple implementation classes? Or why that's possibility? First logic I want write using formula 1. Second logic I want write using formula 2. See, to achieve something, different formulas will be there. At the end, output may be similar, right? Formulas will be different, algorithms may be different or not, guys. Keeping that in mind, I am doing this work, guys. Come on, everyone. Yeah. See, to write persistence logic in different technologies, DAO interface implementation. Right now, I have chosen only one technology, that is JDBC. To write business logic in different formulas, different algorithm, here also interface and implementation class, right? See, Hikari data source, that is implementing Hikari interface, sorry, data source interface, DAO interface and implement. Whoever dependent, guys, we try to take interface and implementation model. Whoever permanently target never becomes dependent to anyone. So we don't take interface and implementation, we take directly class. Here controller you take, guys. I'll take directly class, I don't take it as what? Interface and implementation, because I know that is forever target class. That is never going to become what? Dependent to someone. That is never going to become what? Dependent to someone. Are you getting my point there, guys? Super. Public list employee. Fetch all employees by designation. Designation 1, 2, 3. Designation 1, 2, 3. Public class employee service IMPL implements what? I employee service. What service, guys? Okay, I want to inject DAO to service. After all, DAO class method I want to call from service class method now, boss. See, guys, this one. Fetch all employees. This is the method. Okay. I'm injecting DAO, but look at the has a property type. I have taken interface type or implementation class name. Interface type, as usual, our basic thing. Okay, guys. After that, what is that? Public list employee, fetch employee by designation, 3 designation, throws exception. Okay, they may be there in lower case, upper case, mixed case, but all the designation I am converting into uppercase letters now, boss. Because in the table of employee, which is a predefined table in Oracle, all designations are there in uppercase letter. That's my strong feeling, right? I noticed that one. That's why I'm converting into uppercase. This is also business logic, boss. Okay. Now, those designations are submitted to DAO class method, and we are getting list of employee objects or not, guys. Or just now we have written that logic now, boss. We call this method, that method sends and execute SQL query in the database table, gets the result set object having bunch of record. We convert them into objects of Java bin. We added those objects to list collections, right, guys? We added those objects to who? What collection, guys? We added those objects to which collection, guys? Interesting or not, guys? Come on, everyone. Yeah, that is 21, guys, boss. Then what is that? Return list. But here we can add a business logic calculating gross salary and net salary. Here dot is there na. You got list of employees na. Yeah, you write a for loop getting each employee. So there you write what? Logic to calculate gross salary and net salary. That's why what I have done, check it out. In Java Bean, whatever I am taking, notice that even though 4 properties are there, 5 properties are there, I have wantedly taken 7 properties there. Gross salary, net salary, extra or not, guys? From database, gross salary, net salary is not coming. Here locally I am calculating or not, guys. So at the end, after having gross salary, net salary, we are returning the list collection or not, boss? We are definitely returning the list collection or not? I want reply, guys. So what is there? Converting designation into uppercase. That's the one thing. Another thing is what? Ah, Another thing is what, guys? We are calculating gross salary, net salary, and returning that. Interesting, boss. Come on. So here we are keeping business logics, but whatever data required for business logic, we are getting by contacting DAO class or not. Okay, boss. Now have a look on controller class, guys. Controller class, see, no interface. Directly I'm writing. Public class payroll operations controller, at the rate controller payroll. What is that, guys? At the rate controller payroll. There I am injecting service class object. Come on, my dear. Here I am injecting service class object. What do you say, guys? Definitely we are injecting service class object or not, guys? Are you understanding my statement? Come on, everyone. Yeah. We are injecting, here we are injecting, guys. Okay, service class object. Method is taken. Show all employees, all this stuff is there. Nothing I am doing. I am just calling service class method or not, guys. I am getting list of employees or not, guys. Return list 24. Return list. Are you getting my point there, guys? Super, boss. So lastly, what is there? Client application. Okay. Yeah, in a Spring Boot application, main class come, configuration class is same or not, guys? Main class come, configuration class is same or not, guys? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Super. Give me 1 minute, guys. Yes. Everyone please come back. Okay. Is a class with main method? Come on, guys. Come on, come back, please. Here I am accessing IOC container spring application dot run. Come on. Super. Here I am getting access to controller class object by calling ctx dot get bean. See, I passed payroll as the bean ID class name. So I feel I'm getting controller class object, but that is injected with what, guys? Service. That is injected with what? DAO. That is injected with what? Data. It is like a shooting range target item looking like that, na? Yes. We think we get controller object, but actually not. We also got service object injected one. In that we injected what? DAO one. In that one we got injected what? Data source one. Everyone getting my point there, guys. Super. This is my controller. Super, guys. List employee list. Controller dot show all employees. Clerk, manager, salesman. Okay, right now I'm hard coding. If needed, you can collect from end user. You can collect from end user using scanner, na boss. Okay. Instead of hard coding, what is there, guy? Instead of hard coding, the inputs here. Come on. Instead of hard coding the inputs here, Instead of hard coding the inputs here, come on, we can here, we can take them from end user. We can take them from end user using scanner. Using scanner. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Using scanner. Super, guys. Okay, guys. So whatever records came, we are listing out them. Yes or no? Na? Super, guys. Then catch block. There, SOP message. Come on, everyone. That's also great, guys. Then CTX dot close. Okay, end of the main method, end of the class. Right, boss? But we are not happy with that. Now, can we go for the flow of execution? But are you feeling, boss? Data source dealing with connection pool, DAO dealing with persistence logic, service class dealing with business logic, controller just acting as a monitor, nothing. In future, we do some exception related other things, guys. Okay. And client is having presentation logic. There we are giving inputs, there we are getting the output. Are you feeling the layered application? Getting the feeling of 4 BHK flat? Yes or no? Na? 4 rooms all are interconnected. Layered application, different classes having different logics, all are interconnected. Yes or no, na, boss? I'm seeing few new faces to the classes. Online to offline, continue. First time attending offline because someone given permission means don't come. Because all these things looks like a Greek Latin on your part. Not even Hindi Telugu, it's Greek Latin only. Because you joined in the middle of the batch, right? Okay. Who are there? I know, they know. Why? Why you should know? Okay. Fine. Whatever it is. Yeah. Tell me. Number 1. Run the application. Okay. Flow. I am giving, boss. I am giving what? Flow of execution. Number 2. Main method. Right, guys? Number 3, Spring application dot run method. Does many things including IOC container creation. Number 4, collects the configuration. Array main class itself configuration. We are very expert in flow of executions now, boss. Loads this class and creates the object as a configuration class. Right, guys? Number 6. At the rate enable auto configuration of Spring Boot application checks for starter jar file to make certain Java class as Spring Bean. Find Spring-boot- starter-JDBC jar to make the following classes as Spring Bean by collecting inputs from what? Application.properties file. Yes or no? Na? What are the classes? Hikari data source, JDBC template, named parameter, JDBC template. In that, it injects data source to JDBC template. It injects data source to named parameter JDBC template. In this example, JDBC template, named parameter, JDBC waste objects, they are wasted, boss. Only Hikari data source is useful, guys. This Hikari data source object points to JDBC connection for Oracle, in which JDBC connection objects are created for Oracle DB will be decided based on what? JDBC driver software details that are placed in the application.properties file. that are placed in the application.properties file. Are you getting my point there, guys? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Okay, guys. Is that clear, guys? Are you getting my point here or not? Everyone. So that is number 6, guys. Number 7. Component scan of Spring Boot application annotation scans the current package com.nt and its subpackages for Java classes that are annotated with stereotype annotation and also get their scope, and also notices that there are no bean methods. So, stereotype annotations means what, guys? Service repository controller. We have 3 classes now, boss. Okay. And notices no at the rate bean method. Okay. Pre-instantiation of singleton scope Spring Bean and necessary dependency injection using at the rate auto. Okay. First DAO class object creation injected with data source. At the rate auto right there. Nah. Service class object creation injected with DAO class object. Controller class object creation injected with what? Service class object. As part of pre-instantiation, all singleton scope beans objects are created. Already Dicari data source is ready, injection also happen. Okay, next, guys. For reusability, these objects will be kept in internal cache of the IOC container or not? Will be kept in what? Internal cache of the IOC container or not, guys? Everyone understanding my statement, guys? Everyone getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. All singleton scope Spring Bean class objects ref will be kept in the internal cache of IOC container. Everyone getting my point here, guys? Super. That is number 9. All objects are kept there or not there? Yes, boss. What is number 11, my dear? What is number 11? What is number 11? 11 is, wait, Bob, wait. Okay, number 11 or 10 or 9 is done, right? Internal cache is 9. No, 9 only, 10. Okay, after doing all these things, run method returns application context container object. 11 ctx.getBean method. 12 it takes the payroll bean ID, searches in internal cache. Available or not available? Available. When it is available, it will get that controller class object reference na 13. 14, it is calling the method or not. Observe the client application, we are seriously catching and handling exception. After that, no other layer to propagate, right? 14 method is called which class method? Controller class. 15, it will go to controller class method definition. 16, that will call what? Service class method. 17, it will go to service class method definition. 18, it will call DAO class method. 19, it will go to DAO class method definition. 20, it will execute this entire logic of that method. At the end, it returns list of employee objects. What objects, guys? It will simply return list of employee objects. Are you getting my point there, guys? List of employee objects. List of employee objects, guys. Right, my dear? Come on, everyone. Super, guys. That is number 20, guys. 21. It will come to service class method. After all, DAO class method is called from service only, na? That is also written 22. That will come to controller class method 23. That is written back na boss 24. That will come to client application. That is 25. 26 we are displaying the result. 27 we are closing the container. In that process all objects are vanished. 28 end of the main method, end of the application. Yes or no na guys? So far you thought layered application means great. After seeing anything it's great. Huh? That's what I'm saying. Life is also like that. Project is also like that. Learning is also like this. If you got it, you lost it. Yes, na? Earlier project layered application means we thought, oh, so much complex, so many classes. Definitely classes are there. But once you start revealing, boss, nothing is there, right? Only the thing is you have to improvise more on it later. That's the secondary part. So full and final thing, what I want to say is, if you got it, you lost it. See, you have a desire of purchasing a bike. Until you purchase, you dream about it, you discuss about it. Once you purchase it, you'll stop talking about it, right? Because you lost the interest, right, boss? One more new desire starts, right? So that's a funda in learning process also. If you got it, you lost it. Because you should lost on that. Because already that is there. You have to think about something new. You have to target you have to target learning next topic, right? Fine. So I'm giving some challenging work to you people. That is, based on this storyboard, based on this flow of execution, try to complete the coding by tomorrow. Tomorrow, anyhow, I'll code in front of you, okay? But the people who really understood very, very well, who got a confidence, I can try. You may fail you may get success. That's the secondary, but attempt is very, very important. Success, failure, common boss, but you have not attempted, that's not a great thing. A great poet says one thing, try to run. If not possible to run, at least walk. If not possible to walk, at least scroll. If not possible to scroll, okay, then die. Then die, but don't sit in one place for a long time. Don't sit in one place for what? Long time. No, it's not related to walking fitness, Ra. It's all about growing in life. Apply this one to grow in life, growth in life. Don't worry about fitness, looks. That's not the meaning of poet. If it is sounding like that, you are a waste fellow then. You have to worry about what? You should not stay in one place for a long time. In life, change is required, growth is required. That's why there's a great slogan in software industry. If you are working for any company more than 1.5 years or 2 years, either company is a too good company or you are a too worst employee. It's Oracle Corporation, ultimate company, all are good. Google, all are good. That's why you are continuing more than 2 years. Or you are a worst programmer, you don't have opportunities outside. You don't believe yourself, you are not trying at all. Whatever job you got, you are enjoying. Yes, na boss. So don't sit in one place for a long time. Again, I'm telling. No one started a company by seeing, by assuming you will come and join. They started, succeeded, you are joining, right? If you leave, they can hire another 100 people by giving double, triple salary than you, right? But you have only one career. Okay, don't keep any emotional attachment with any software company, any team leader, any project leader, any colleague. Until you marry that colleague, that's a different story. Okay. If you marry that colleague, no option. That is a 60 years project to handle. Aisa no na. Otherwise, project, company, no emotional attachment. Try to grow in life. Look for opportunities. You have only one career. You have only one life. Whatever you have to do in this life only, right? Since colleague asked, don't go, means you don't go. If colleague asks, stay, means you don't stay. If you feel to stay, stay. If you want to go, go. All these possible only when, okay? In professional life, make friends, but don't make permanent friends. Only your childhood friends are true friends. That too before 10th standard. After 10th standard, friends are also not so friends. Because that is not pure friendship. If someone feel it's a pure, it's meaningless. Because that time, teenage comes into picture, young age comes into picture, we are matured. So we do friendship out of calculations. But before 10th standard, whoever you are having friends, okay, if they are into your job profile, try to maintain more thick friendship with them, try to share every emotion with them, nothing happens because they know you, you know them, and there is no need of faking in front of each other, right? But after that, whatever friendships, they are just railway station that are passing one by one, that's it, right? And one more important, after joining company, generally we do lot of bike batting about team members, especially superiors, because he tried to frustrate us, and we out of frustration we also comment him, right? Don't comment about your superior with your colleagues, with your team members, with your company people. Yes, there are some people who are having double-sided minds. They play double games a lot. He is close to that superior, he is also close to you. Since you are passing so many comments, he also passed so many comments. But only your comments will be there with the superior, his comments will not be.